Yeah. It's just some kind of, cleaning agent. And you take it in and it doesn't really do anything but make you go dizzy, probably. If someone says it takes away pain. I haven't seen the cat getting better from all the DMSO I put onto his head. I gave it to drink. It didn't make it. And also before, so like he was laying under the tree, and then when it got towards night, I cleaned him. And there again, if a cat is dying, let it die in its own poo and all. I thought to myself, yeah, let's clean the cat because I want him to have a dignified life. But then in the end, it was too annoying to him to do so, He would have preferred to not be carried around and stuff. So, yeah, that one was a mistake as well. So now I'm having him cleaned, he just sat back in his own poo. So then next thing was I had him under the apricot tree. Then it got night, dark, so I took him in, and then he was beside the room I was in. So since few days I had declared this one his room, so I shut the blinds and it was really dark in there so he could relax his eyes as well. But then he wasn't stopping the mourning. He went really mourning. Whenever he exhaled, it happened. So his breathing was getting harder. And I had him on my lap, then I went outside, and then I realized that to carry him around, he has absolutely no energy anymore. His muscles wouldn't tighten up anywhere. So he was just a cloth in my hands, and he didn't like to be carried around. Yeah. So when I had realized that, I made him the most comfortable bed ever. With this plastic thing that you could inflate. So that one he was laying on. And then I thought to myself, well, now he's got wet body parts and he's getting colder. So I gave him a warm water bottle. So I took the warm water bottle to him. And he was always mourning at that stage. Whenever he exhaled, he was giving sounds, and from time to time he would really make exaggerated, like even more louder moans, not just the regular ones, while breathing. So when I brought the water bottle, I put it behind his back. I didn't lift him up, nothing, just put it there so he could feel the warmth. So then, he took 2 breaths in which when he exhaled he went like and then all his whole body stretched. Maybe his heart broke down, I don't know. He stretched all his legs, all 4 of them. After the second he was exhaling like this. I'm not exaggerating. It sounded like he wanted to bite me or he's angry. It was really a after the second one, his legs were still stretched. Then he made a very soft movement with his legs. So it was maybe just the muscles relaxing, and he was already dead at that point. So his head, by all that movement, was kind of towards the floor, because he really, when he did these 2 movements, he catapulted himself down from this plastic thing he wasn't, you know, he was all stretched, and he was as large as he can be. Everything stretched out, also his back. So yeah, I took some sanitary pads and put them under his head, and then I realized he's not breathing anymore. He wouldn't do the funny sounds anymore, and no movement. Oh yeah, so he was dead. So I let him be there. I got the candle. I have one candle at home. An unlit candle I lit until 3 o'clock in the night. He was there by himself. After all that, I was maybe looking at him a while, because while he was exhaling so hard, I saw that his eyes were open. You know, all the days before, his eyes were constantly closed. He wouldn't open them. But doing those hisses or those hard breathings out to exhale so hard, like really loud, you know, and with the shh sound. Yeah, he was there with his eyes open. So there is the cable car that I'm never ever gonna take anymore. So when I leave from the mountaintop, I will just have a backpack, and in there everything I own and I wanna have in the future has to be having its place. So yeah, I was stroking him just a little bit and then getting afraid to touch him. Just his, stomach I touched, his fur there, because that was what I loved always so much. Stroking him and feeling his fur. His head by that, was already not so furry anymore. He was so slim and all, like a old cat he looked like. So I put the pullover, all over him. He was on the plastic, on a other pullover of mine. Pullover is a sweater, sorry. So, so comfortably he lay there, dead, until 3 o'clock. Then I took him to the wood. Yes, it was, now he's at the place where we were during winter time. We once went there, and it was funny to go there with him because we were leaving the road. Usually I was just with my shovel paving a way for him, like there is 80 centimeters of snow, imagine. And you cannot walk. You yourself as a human, you sink into the knees. Underneath, the snow is real hard, and it gets fluffier and fluffier. The more, the more you pile snow on top of each other. That one with a shovel, like 25 meters, I took away 80 centimeters of snow just for him to walk. And so when there wasn't too much snow, maybe just 30 centimeters, I would go all through the way, through the wood with him to the other side, and then maybe just by walking like this on the snow, paving him a way to walk down to the wall. So once I saw him then race down to that wall, and he was like really, I can sniff around at the wall a bit, because he himself wouldn't go there. It was too much snow. So also once we went astray, we went away from the normal, from the path, and we followed not even a wild animal's path, just a few meters into the wood, and there is trees laying on top of each other. I crawled underneath one to the other side, and there I stood with him. But then he got kind of itchy, he was like, I don't know what happened exactly, but he wasn't he wanted to be alone, I guess, sniffing out the world. So then I said, bye-bye, tschüssli, and I went. So that was a place I could take him yesterday. I cannot leave him beside the path for people to see him. So yeah, I will go back there. Tonight I will go back there. I will talk to the cat, I tell you. As crazy as this sounds. I know not. Well, I know he's not hearing me with his actual ears. But maybe you never know. You know, now that I'm in despair, I go believing, like a slight bit, I start believing into the possibility that there is a afterlife and he might be hovering somewhere around like some kind of energy. Because that's what I loved about him, his energy.